welcome to ShanghaiEye. I'm Chen Xuan.
Hi, I'm Timothy Pope. Waste management and emissions cuts have long been challenges for companies in cities like Shanghai as the local governments pursue high-quality green development. More and more companies have applied advanced technologies to improve production and waste disposal practices, as Lei Shuran reports.
This water facility in downtown Shanghai supplies more than 1 million residents with water. It's also one of the first parts of Shanghai's water network to undergo a full digital transformation, needing only a few staff to handle operations. And the new system does more than reduce costs and increase capacity.
南市水厂全自动无人调度系统能够基于供水调度压力指令，自动分析全厂所需的供水量，对出水机组能够有效地评估优选，确保高效、优化自动运行。同时，南市水厂通过对于不同废弃物各个处置环节的电耗、药耗等进行详细的分解、换算、整合和成本统计，兼顾安全生产和绿色低碳运行的同时，不断降低生产成本，提升经济效益。
To further respond to the city's green development goals, the water facility also makes use of solar energy. Fan says the system has already generated 720,000 kilowatt-hours of electricity there, helping the facility cut over 460 tons of carbon emissions. And is working on methods to remove and recycle industrial waste as well.
水厂建设标准化的废弃物从生产到处置利用的全链条闭环管理与监控机制，通过反冲洗水回用，建立废沙废碳处置资源化的途径，污泥处置资源化，微废处置内循环化，践行无废清洁生产模式。
In addition to the manufacturing sector, building houses and infrastructure is also a really big job that has a huge impact on the environment, as it's no secret that sometimes we generate far more waste than necessary in the process. The good news is that there are more construction sites like this one in Pudong that are determined to be waste-free. Compared to normal construction sites, the director there says they're using more recyclable materials and ready-made components or units to form the complete building. That helped them reduce waste by more than 30%. Efforts have also been made in waste sorting and recycling.
是通过优化施工组织设计，现场设置垃圾分类收集，对垃圾废弃物进行一个处置。首先是通过垃圾的第一次分拣来挑选出金属和非金属。其次是运输至垃圾房进行一个二次分拣，将混合类的垃圾挑出。那么最后呢是进行一个垃圾外运，运至再生资源站或渣土的填埋消纳厂。
To cut emissions as lower as possible, the construction site is also running many facilities like concrete curing room on solar energy. Zhang says they have also been using robots and other high-tech solutions to improve efficiency. That can help them achieve a 25% emission cut and a 25% energy saving. Further plans include making more innovations in carbon footprint reduction and pollution mitigation.
我们也将继续联合中介8级工程研究院的部门，持续积极的研究和应用新技术、新材料、新设备，同时强化和属地的高校协会的一个联动，来推动无废工地相关研究和经验交流。
And with Shanghai promoting the greener transformation, waste-free companies are just what the city hopes to see more of. Some 50 new guidelines were released by the municipal government in June in an effort to turn Shanghai into a zero-waste city. Of course, efforts have also been made in decarbonizing the service sector. There are also big plans for the city's waste sorting and recycling programs.
To talk more about this, we're joined by Judy Li, partner and leader of ESG and sustainability from EY Greater China. So what kind of policy tools have we already seen to guide companies towards the goal of a zero-waste city?
China is a country with the largest amount of solid waste generated in the world, and solid waste management is facing challenges. In the past decade, China has carried out various related pilot projects, such as circular economy demonstration cities, pilot projects for resource utilization and harmless treatment of kitchen waste, comprehensive utilization basis for industrial solid waste, and pilot projects for household waste classification. In the field of green finance, the People's Bank of China will continue to implement carbon reduction support tools until 2027, with a focus on supporting 3 areas: clean energy, energy conservation and environmental protection, and carbon reduction technologies. In addition, Shanghai has successfully introduced relevant policies to continuously strengthen the infrastructure guarantee capacity for the construction of a zero-waste city throughout the region.
And what do you think are the key areas to focus on to support this greener development?
Zero-waste cells are an important component of implementing the concept of a zero-waste city construction, including various working and living units such as factories, schools, hospitals, government agencies, and express delivery outlets. We have seen many companies actively promoting the construction of zero-waste factories, achieving the reuse and zero landfill of all production waste. Some companies are also moving towards the goal of achieving zero-carbon factories by using 100% green electricity. At the same time, for such enterprises, the most critical issue in their green and low-carbon transformation is the funding problem, which urgently requires financial institutions to increase financial support for the construction of zero-waste cells in cities.
Okay, so we've just talked about how companies can act, but what can we as individuals do today to get closer to moving to a zero waste home? How can community awareness and education support waste reduction?
Promoting the development of a green production and green lifestyle is an important aspect of building a zero-waste city. The first step towards a zero-waste family starts with reducing the purchase of unnecessary items as much as possible. Secondly, reuse is another core principle of a waste-free lifestyle. Prioritize products that can be used multiple times or sell unwanted items in the second-hand market. Thirdly, resource recycling is an important component of a zero-waste family. Ensure proper garbage classification and store recyclable items in appropriate recycling points. By promoting various types of zero-waste cities, it helps the public establish a simple, moderate, green, and low-carbon lifestyle, and promotes the reduction of household waste.
Moving on now, this year marks the 70th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between China and Serbia. At the beginning of the year, Air Serbia added a 3rd direct route to China with a service between Belgrade and Shanghai. Here's Lei Shuran again.
An Air Serbia A330 landed at Pudong International Airport on January the 11th, making it the first plane to operate direct flights between Shanghai and Belgrade. To better serve passengers, the Serbian carrier partnered with Chinese online travel agency Trip.com. Serbia and China have had a mutual visa exemption agreement for tourists since 2016. Air Serbia CEO says that bookings for the flight are looking good. The route is scheduled to run 2 round-trip flights per week.
A lot of people lately deciding spontaneously to book. At the moment we see the bookings at a pretty high level, and the first flight departed more than 86% load factor in both directions, and once we are moving to the summer season, which is a very nice period for the travel and visiting to Europe, we are very confident that it will be at a high rate, and if this will prove after several months, and as we discussed at the beginning, we are ready to add the additional frequency.
As China continues to expand the list of countries that qualify for visa exemption, as well as extending the period for visa-free stays, the carrier is also expecting more travelers to arrive in Belgrade to benefit from the direct flight to China.
We will work closely with all the tourism board authorities to promote actually not only Shanghai but all China as a destination for the people from Serbia and from the wider region, and also from Europe. I think that was a great step that the Chinese government makes this visa policy for several European countries, as that you can get the visa on arrival, which is the right step. And I think the direct flight will make it much more easier, because the direct flights always brings the countries closer. And I think Shanghai is also a city which never sleeps, and I think you can offer here a lot of opportunities. It just need to be more promoted.
China and Serbia have been deepening their economic and trade cooperation in recent years. In July, the China-Serbia Free Trade Agreement came into effect, with each country eliminating tariffs on 90% of the goods imported from the other. And it is widely believed that the new route will enhance connectivity and strengthen cooperation between the two countries.
So in the future, we are expecting through cooperation with Tripcom Group, sales of the tickets and packages for tourists for Serbia and from Serbia to China to be one of the best-selling packages for tourists for all over the world. I expect tourism will be mostly the biggest number of passengers. Of course, there is lots of opportunities for business and investments from both sides to come from Serbia to China and from China to Serbia. I think around 500,000 tourists from China to come to Serbia per year. So I believe that is a really realistic number with these free flights, who is going 2 times per week.
According to the Shanghai Airport Authority, passenger traffic at Shanghai's 2 airports exceeded 120 million last year, with a year-on-year increase of 29%. And during this winter-spring season, the Civil Aviation Administration of China has approved 178 airlines to fly between China and 79 countries. Among them, 57 were countries involved in Belt and Road Initiative, accounting for more than 10,000 weekly flights.
Now time for Shanghai A to Z. It's a good time to upgrade your smartphone as China is now including digital products in its consumer electronics purchase subsidy plan for the first time. According to the Shanghai Commerce Bureau, the subsidy now includes digital products like smartphones, tablets, smartwatches, and wristbands costing less than 6,000 yuan. There is a one-time subsidy of 15% of the product sales price after the retailer's discount. Each consumer can receive a maximum subsidy of 500 yuan per item, with the limit of 1 subsidized item per category for each consumer. At the same time, the same subsidy plan in 2024 remains in effect for home appliances, including fridges, washing machines, TVs, air conditioners, and water heaters with energy efficiency or water efficiency ratings of grade 2 or above. The subsidy is 15% of the final sale price. An additional 5% subsidy is provided for products with grade 1 or higher energy or water efficiency ratings. Each consumer can receive 1 subsidy per product category with a maximum subsidy of 2,000 yuan per item. And now it's time for ShanghaiEye Q&A, where we reach and research our social and answer some of your questions. Today's question is from Gabrielle of Mexico. I am a senior student and would like to come to Shanghai for an internship. Are there any convenience residency policies available? Well, hi there, Gabby. Foreign students who are invited by companies in China for an internship can apply for a 1-year visa at the Exit and Entry Bureau. The application requires an invitation letter and proof of enrollment from your university. Additionally, if you come to China for an internship under an intergovernmental agreement, you can apply for a work-type residence permit. If you've got any questions for us, you can find us on the socials.
And of course, as always, we'd love to hear from you. You can find our content online as well. And join us here on Dragon TV Monday to Friday.
Thank you so much for watching and see you next time.
Bye.